Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another PGR reaction. Today we have a weird one because I don't really have any new songs to get to. I've gotten to most of these, so I basically just went through a playlist and was like, which videos haven't I watched? So this is Firefly Ballad by CoyDE. I haven't heard something from them specifically in a while on this game either, and evidently this is the choral version, so I'm not sure if there is a standard version out there or if that's just something between like the OST versus the in-game sound. But regardless, it's something new. And I always love hearing these songs from people that don't often show up in the OSTs. Like CoyDE is like one of the people that I don't see too often. So I'm very interested to hear what this sounds like, of course. And without further ado, let's go. Ooh. It even comes with visuals. It's been a while since I've seen a video with like this style of intro. That sounds beautiful already. Why has nobody requested this one until now? Well, not even requested it. Basically, I did. Sounds gorgeous. It's not often you hear like a duet ballad in really most video game music. I'm loving what the acoustic guitar is doing in here. And then throwing that around the mix in the ears. I wonder if that's supposed to be the fireflies in the song. Is this kind of like dancing around? I'm always surprised that songs like this don't get the same amount of love other ones do. Oh God, those harmonies too. It's just kind of a vibe. Ooh, we got another one. I thought that was the end for a second. I love the instrumentation on this one. This is absolutely beautiful. And those fucking harmonies, dude. Well, again, why has nobody requested this? Why did it take me going through a playlist for this one to show up in front of me at all. So like I was saying, a gorgeous song. I really love how they handled this song. It's a very simple chord progression, just to get into the music theory right off the bat, but at the same time, that's what makes it so gorgeous. I talk about this all the time, but there is a shift in here. There's a literal key change, which makes the entire song feel that much more impressive to me, not because of the key change, but because of how it was handled and the fact that they held off so long before they decided to do so, and also borrowing some chords from the other key as well, just throughout the main part of the song. So it just created this very mystical sort of track, because usually when you borrow chords from another key, it just makes the whole thing feel like there's this tension that doesn't necessarily not belong, but it feels like it might be on the borderline of belonging. And that's kind of the glory of parallel keys. You could borrow things from each other. So for this one, the whole song is in A minor, and then there's that key change at the end or near the end, and we get a different whole structure going on there. But the bulk of this song is A minor, E minor, F, G. And just to give this to you, because this is painfully easy, so you can play most of this song by yourself, take 3 fingers, put them on the keyboard, put them on A. Start with A with the index finger, and then you skip one, then the next one, you skip one each, and there you go. There's your A minor. Keep that exact same finger configuration and go down to those 2 black keys below it, the 2 in the center. Start on the white key right after those. There's your E minor. Again, exact same finger placement. Slide them up 1 note on the keyboard each. There's your next note. Do the exact same thing again, 1 up on the keyboard each. There you go. 1 more up on the keyboard each. And you're back to where you were. That's the bulk of this song. It is so painfully easy. A fucking child could do it. And that's just the main part of the song. There is a little bit of difference in here. Like when they get to the chorus, they introduce a C and a D. And I love that they give that to us because it creates this little transitional bit in the music that just feels like it's got that extra tension. That's what I was talking about when I mentioned the whole borrowing chords from the other key, because that's important here. And that's what C is for. Because in that spot, and this is weird, this took me a little while to figure out because the chords don't make sense here, but like, again, the song in A minor, but we have that C in there. And it's like, okay, well, that fits in the key of C, but things like B flat do not. So we're borrowing that from, I believe, C minor, which is very strange, but it basically creates that bridge of, you can hear that jump in that relationship for that second part that feels a little bit more uplifting in that like transitional bit. And then it goes back down, and that's why it was strange, because that relationship should not exist. But the fact that they're basically constantly using a key change like that is why it's so odd, but at the same time, so uplifting and beautiful. It's something that was used a lot in older music, especially, and isn't used too super commonly now, but is still utilized for things like this, obviously. It's not like it doesn't exist. It's just one of those like, huh, why'd you do that? Why are you borrowing these chords from this other semi-related key? It doesn't seem to make sense, but again, we take what we get and it sounds beautiful, and that's exactly why it works, because it ends on this C, which is exactly what we had earlier. It's that kind of bridge that helps everything go together. This does exist, but not that B flat. That's such a weird transition. The G sharp to the B flat, which I guess might be an A sharp in this case too. Hard to really justify or quantify which one they're going for, what key they're going for here. I'm assuming C minor, but that's really just a shot in the dark. But that aside, there's plenty of other things going on here. Like I did mention the whole like transition into the D in there earlier, and it's like, that's super nice. I love that sort of a relationship. You can really hear that climb. It's just, oh, it's so tasty. But I mean, it's beautiful. On top of the vocalists doing a phenomenal job with their own part in here. And I, again, love hearing duets. It's so rare that you get to hear an actual duet in any game, really. It's just not something that people tend to make for games. It's not something that ever seems to be contextually relevant. So for this character, it probably is. But as such, I just love hearing it because it's not something that happens, again, too often. So it's a lot of that going on with this song. Stuff like that simple little progression. We start simple. but then we get, where the hell is that going? You know, it's just the complexity of this song starts to speak more volumes when you get into the why everything's going in here. And obviously I don't understand the song lyrically. I don't know the character. And while I did see a translation in the comments for what this is supposed to mean, it doesn't really hold any emotional value to me since I don't know what would be going on contextually here. But I'm sure there is a purpose to that, and it does sound beautiful. It's just more of like I love this song for what it is and what it sounds like, and I love what they were doing with the creativity, honestly, of adding in those weird chords to keep things moving in the song. Because like you probably heard me coming back up from that relationship earlier, having that sort of a transition, it just suddenly jumps up there, but at the same time, it flows so smoothly, but it's just too much of a jump to be within the same key. So that's why it sounds interesting and different, and why the mood of the song changed for that time. And again, very contextually relevant, I'm sure, but at the same time, I'm not entirely sure what that context would be. But I do think I've yapped about this one enough, so thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want me to get to something else from PGR, by all means, drop it in the comments below, and I will do my best as always to get to those. But if you don't want to do any of that, maybe just want to follow me and support me for more stuff coming in the future, you know how to do all that, and I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!